The gameplay you guys are watching in the background is a 62 kill game of Sharpshooter on Nuketown, plus an 123 second nuclear by OP Hammer. If you guys enjoyed the gameplay for this video, please go subscribe to Hammer. His links are in the description as well as mine if you guys enjoyed the video. Also, please like the video for Overpowered because we really do appreciate it when you like our videos. So guys, once again, this is Annihilation, and today I want to tell another story. A story that probably has happened to many of you. A story that if a YouTuber told this kind of story, they would change the ending to make themselves look good. This story is about my first fight. Now, you may hear about another YouTuber's first fight. They talk about getting beaten up so badly. They talk about making an unnatural comeback by kicking the shit out of the bully, and then is rejoiced by all the friends from different friends and friend zones, friendship kingdoms, friends over the rainbow, everything. I don't even know. They just have a lot of friends. And maybe even the woman of his dreams finally notices him because of his brute strength, his noticeable good looks, his perfect six-pack. Yeah, it didn't work at all like that. Back then, I was fat as Santa Claus. Hell, Santa Claus would have pointed at me and called me the fat one. So anyways, the fight. It was around the end of the school year. I was just in 5th grade and I was dying to go home. I was just on my bus, just sweating my ass off. Because I was such a mature 5th grader, the bus driver let all the 5th graders sit in the back of the bus. So I decided to take my iPod out and listen to music since probably we're not going to go anywhere for the next 15 minutes. As soon as I put my headphones in, they got on the bus. Now, who's this they I'm talking about? It was a guy and a girl, the power couple of the school. The guy, let's call him Jason, was a smart, evil genius. He was way ahead of his grade, yet he didn't want to skip grades. He had a 9th grade mind and a 5th grade class. Super smart. And now the girl, let's call her Alexis. Alexis was very mean, very pushy, very obnoxious. She was like one of those movie characters that you wanted to throw her ass off of a cliff because she was so mean and annoying and bitchy. And I guess evil really allowed them to really bond. They honestly had nothing in common except being totally evil. When they were apart, they each were rude, bossy, and mostly angry at the world, but when they were together, you know shit was about to go down. So they come on the bus, and all the little kids in the seats in front of me started to hide under their seats. Everyone was scared of these two, and unfortunately for me, I was about to be in a very rough fight with both of them. I looked down to change the song on my iPod, and then I looked back up, and there they are, looking down on me in the seat. I put my iPod in my pocket and stood up. When I stood up, complete silence. Everyone was just looking at the three of us. They knew shit was gonna go down. Jason looks at me, and he's like, get out of the seat. You know what? I looked at him, and I said no. He grabbed my shirt and said, get out before I make you get out. So there I am, being threatened by the school bully to get out of my seat. Hopefully, your parents all told you when you were younger that if the other kid hits first, you will not get in trouble if you try to fight back. So I thought that if he hits me first, I wouldn't get in trouble, and he would be punished. So I knew what was gonna happen. So I asked the kid in the seat before me to hold my stuff. He took it. Haha, funny. That's what she said, you immature pricks. I looked back at Jason and said no again. He punched me straight in the gut as I fell in pain on my back on the seat. I was still on the seat when he jumped on me and started to wham on me. He hit me with the first punch, and then for the second punch, I held his left fist in my hand, and I didn't let that little shit go. He tried to hit me again, this time with his right hand. Once again, I didn't let that go. I was such a little troll. He was trying to wiggle his hands out of my grasp, but I knew I really couldn't hold his hands that much longer. My man blubber started to rapidly sweat, and everything got slippery. I had to think fast. Then I realized that for this whole time he was punching me, that my feet were right under his gut. All this time I could have gotten him off of me by kicking him off, and I just grabbed his hands. So I decided to pull both of my knees up right into his gut. Now he is bent over on top of me. I push him off of me with my leg and start to rise back up when then Alexis jumps on me and scratches me in the face. Let's stop right here. Want to know what's really funny? What was really funny is that for the whole time, the bus driver was doing absolutely nothing to assess this problem. He honestly didn't care. He was just up there looking at himself in the mirror, picking his nose, scratching his ass. The usual elementary school bus driver. So back to the fight. I was able to throw Alexis off and try to run up to the bus driver, but then Jason grabs my leg and I fall in the aisle. Alexis then jumps on my back trying to claw my face again. And then a miracle happens. The bus driver actually gets up and comes charging to the back of the bus. Wow, Mr. Bus Driver. Thanks for coming to my aid when you should have been here when you heard me screaming in pain, you asshole! So he yells at us to go to the main office. He did that mainly because there were cameras on the bus. He didn't want to be fired from his only job. Psh, jerk. So I get sent into the office first, and I explain everything to the principal, what happened, who hit first, and then the sweet moment of payback. The principal calls in Jason and Alexis into the main office, and the principal makes them confess. She then goes off on them. You see them trying to hold back tears. It was fantastic. And then, on top of that verbal ass whooping, they had to both apologize to me. So yeah, that's the story. So in the comments, write down your first fight experience. I would love to read them. Like I said in the beginning, go check out OP Hammer and myself if you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Stay classy.